Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Apologize for the lateness. I had an issue with this hot swap button on my Restream account. Didn't realize that it turned into a studio. Anyway, we are back at it. God bless each and every one of you for being here and jumping on in with me. We're going to get that music back up and running. 44,970. Bitcoin just kind of playing games. I'm in a giant long. We'll see what happens. I'm either going to go down in smoke and flames, or I'm going to go up with the fire and the brimstone. We'll see what happens. Put the lemon into the water. Let's get it going. Let's decalcify that pineal gland. I worked out today. I hope you did too. Today I did upper focus. It was a lot of work like this, a lot of shrugging, awesome stuff, a lot of shoulder work, a lot of bicep work. It was awesome. I had a blast. I hope you did too. God bless each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the greatest show on earth, the Crypto Lover Show, baby! Give yourself a pat in the back just for getting here, because we're going to rip it up like we do every single day. We're going to find out new coins. We may even make a live trade. We may see the trade. I'm in, boom, to the upside. Who knows what's going to happen? We're going to learn something. We're going to have fun. We're going to venture into the market. We're not going to be afraid. We're going to live in love, and we're going to do what we do every single day, and that means we do what we want to do, which is what we love to do, baby. We're going to hurt no one. We're going to be awesome to everyone, and we're going to have a blast. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's make the greatest show on earth today, baby. By 12 p.m. today, let's make sure everybody around the internet knows this was the greatest show on earth. Shout out to everybody here. Let's take a huge sip of lemon water. Let's stay hydrated. And I can't wait to jump into these charts and sink my teeth into Bitcoin like we do every single day. No days off here at this channel. If you're just jumping on in, we do it every single day. This channel has not taken a day off. I may be late here and there, but we go thousands of days straight, and we continue to push forward. We did back-to-back bookends from 2022 and 2023. I asked the Lord for the power, the energy, and just the absolute opportunity and luckiness. I mean, it's just straight, to be able to go the entire year without any mishaps, any issues, any problems. God bless everyone. Let's do it again in 2024. I had to get it in. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's jump on in to the charts. Ooh, what a day it is to be alive. It is super warm here in Massachusetts. It's never 54 degrees. It's like 52, but it even feels balmier than that. Last night I did feel this warmness in the air. Pretty interesting. Shout out to Lakochi Coker hooking me up. Shout out to everybody here in the way. You're going to need to pee midway through. No, I never do. It's funny. I do this all the time, and I never do. You must be new to the channel. We know we got a newbie, because I never have to pee midway through. I don't know why. I just never do. It is what it is. We're going to pin this awesome message here. If you want to join the channel, you want to join the trading group, hit cryptolifer.com right here, the pinned message at the top. We will see you there. Cryptolifer.com, baby, the place to be. Learn to trade, unlock financial freedom, gain an education, and find financial freedom. See what you can do. You can trade any market in the world with what we teach you. And you can also jump into our newsletter here, which will blow your mind. I'd love to see you jumping into the newsletter. Just put your email in here, click on that, and I'm going to give you 2 awesome newsletters a week that are going to blow your mind. Let's jump into Bitcoin like I do every single day. Now, if you're with me, I was watching the 7-minute and kind of looking at it possibly like there, but maybe a shoulder, a head, and possibly like a right shoulder, almost like that was a shoulder, here's a head, and there's a right shoulder. Could we break back to the upside? Could the 7-minute make a divvy, get the move back on up? That's kind of the strange flow that I'm looking at here for Bitcoin, all right? I've seen these weird patterns play out before. However, it was a bit of a diamond. I looked at it last night, but I felt like the diamond came in from the bottom. But I guess we could came in from the top, which means it usually would leave out the top. You know what I mean? But we could say, I guess, you could extend the diamond number 1. Hold on, let me see this. You could extend the diamond like this almost. And say it came in, and it's coming back out. Like, it could be a slanted diamond. We haven't seen one in a while. So that's, we got to take that into account. I haven't seen that before or even considered it. So I like to have these affirmations and these wow moments with each and every one of you. If I do it all the time, eventually I'm going to have a wow moment live with all of you. And so that's the plan. All right. That's why I love doing this live with each and every one of you. Couple ideas for Bitcoin. One idea is this is a beautiful retest. And to get into the trade right here with the stop loss for me on the other side of the pattern. So this is what I did. I decided, you broke out. This is what I said to myself. I said resistance, 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 fake out, resistance, resistance, breakout. Lose this level, come test this level. I said that's a great place for me to enter along. I said that's beautiful support of resistance. That's an SR flip. And we touched the 200 SMA and we bounced off of it The 1 hour is also overbought. And look at this. We've got hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame, which tells me that the trend should continue to the upside. Hidden bullish says you should break the high inside the divergence. It hasn't let us down not once yet. There was even hidden bullish here. You know, you don't mind the wicks. It was Class C hidden bullish. But see how much sharper that downtrend was than that, even though, you know what I mean? It's not amazing. I'm not saying it's unreal. And if you extended it, which is a little much, but if you did extend it, you could see that we had an uptrend here while we had a downtrend there, and this little bounce in never touched. If this touched, then you would have to say no. But because this middle section never touched, and you could connect these, that is a hidden bullish divergence. I've backtested all these types of things. Most people haven't. So I don't really need to justify whether it is or not. If you do the years and years of work I do, you'll eventually be like, wow. But only if you go into the deepest places in your mind and you play with these charts. I'm serious. Like, alone, late at night, burning the candle from both ends, and doing it because you love it. Not even for the money anymore. Like, just because you absolutely love it. Like, I love what I do. I live in love every single day. Passion is the key word to every single time I wake up in the morning. I couldn't have been here without passion. I would have been doing something someone else told me to do. If you live in love, you will not be denied. I followed my heart to get here, everybody. I was at work. I dreamed of doing something different. And now I'm here. We're running YouTube. We're doing our thing. We're having a blast. We're one of the fastest growing YouTube communities in the game. Maybe the fastest. And we have the strongest community in the game, the most loyal community in the game. You people literally are the strongest community. Like, if the lifers, unbelievable. Like, I have been blessed to meet, to know, and to have the greatest people on earth in my trading group, in my community, and on my live streams. Most positive people. You guys say nice things to each other. The way you interact with each other is with respect, love, and honor. All of you. That's the type of people I want to be around. That's the community that I would like. That's why I built something with love, high frequency. Everyone around here wants to vibrate high, wants to have a high frequency. No one here wants to put someone down. No one here wants to be depressed. Nobody here is in that, if they are in a bad place, they want to rise up out of it. And they know they can do it with the group and with the help of each other, right? So back to Bitcoin, but I just want to be blessed. As the year ended, I had so much gratitude. And with the loss of my parents, there's that feeling of just where can I look for gratitude? And so I'm always looking for gratitude every day. And I have so much gratitude for each and every one of you. And I have so much gratitude for the trading group. And it's because of how you treat me and how you treat each other. And that's the type of environment that I want to spend my time in every day. So bless you all. Thank you. It's a great business. I understand I get paid to run it. It's awesome. But at the end of the day, really the energy each and every one of you produce also cannot be bought or replicated. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm done spewing the gratitude. I know I got to get into the charts, but I'm blown away by each and every one of you. I really am. Like, I read the comments. I may not write back on everything. I scan when I can, and I see the way you cheat. I see the way people help each other. I see the way people teach each other. I see the way people guide each other. I see the way that people speak to each other with love, with respect. And it just really, it was my dream. It was my dream. And it's coming, like, that was my real dream. And, Master Friend does it the same way with the Purple Crew. Everything in the trading group does the consciousness is just a continuation of what I always dreamed it would be. And I followed my heart to get here, and it shows, it's full of love and life. So God bless you all. So I'm long on Bitcoin. I showed you why. My stop loss is outside of here, okay? And it is what it is, right? I won't be facetious, you know what I mean? I kept trading a lot of futures, and I eventually get bonus. I've never gotten a bonus, but I eventually got, I won a lot of whatever, and I got $1,800 bonus, which was awesome at such a good time. So, you know what I mean? I could burn through the 18 and still have my actual portfolio. So remember, I took out the 5, if you guys remember correctly. I took the 5 to 7, took it out. The 5 got hit. I got hit yesterday for about 5. I took it down to probably 449, 49 or 485. Lost $100 last night, so I was at 44. And then got this 18, which puts me at 62, right? But they gave me a bonus of 18, so perfect time for the bonus. So I basically, I went a little more riskier, obviously, with that bonus. So I just want to let everyone know, whenever I do something, I'm super transparent every single time. And I've never got a bonus in my life here, so it's kind of cool. You know what I mean? And what a perfect time for the bonus. You know what I mean? So, of course, I just want you to know that I really don't have any risk here. So, lucky me. If I get burned and I lose the 18, I mean, I still lose the bonus, but I don't have to lose my own money, right? So, and normally it is all my own. I just want to make you clear. Normally it is always my money because you'll never see a bonus here. See on the right side? All right. But that's how you know it is a bonus. So if you ever see a YouTuber, they don't show you this and they're trading, they may be trading a bonus and you'll never know. You'll never know. And you know what I mean? I want to be as open as I can at all time. All right. This is MEXC. If you want to trade MEXC, get yourself a PAAL ID, KYC, get yourself done right and do it right if you want. You know what I mean? But MEXC, the place to be if you could do it where you are. 0.1 spot maker and taker fees, 0.1 future maker fee, and 0.5. If you hold the MEXC token, the lowest fees in the entire game, only 0.25. They slashed that in half. So I'm telling you right now, you can't have a better future experience holding the MEXC tokens and having a blast. So jump on to MEXC today. It's where I trade. It's where I love to do it. You can do whatever, So I'm long on Bitcoin right now, and I'm up at about $23, 1.5%. We'll see what happens. The trade has been up or down. We're swinging. It's extremely volatile. But I've showed you why I'm long. Like, no ETF. I don't really care. I'm not like, if the ETF comes out today, great. It's in the back of my mind. I'm aware of it. But this is my trade. You know what I mean? And I give a trade every time I make a trade in the morning. And I usually make a trade between 10 and 12. Between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And not every Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you'll catch me doing trades. I might even trade on the weekends. It all depends, but mainly you'll catch me opening up a Bitcoin trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere between 10 and 1 o'clock, almost every single week. And I give it to my community. We've been amazing. We've been spot on. I've been hitting so many of the trades. We did get hit. I got hit yesterday in that insanity, but I was up and I was about to take profit, and I did get distracted. People came over the house. Yada, excuses, but I was up in the trade at one point, However, I accomplished my goal of bringing the 5 to 7, and I'm back to do it again, and I got the help of the bonus. We'll see what happens. All right. Now, so I'm risking 1,800 for about $5 grand on this trade. So if Bitcoin gets the ETF approval, we get the move. And if, falling wedges break up 6 to 8% of the time, stochastics are oversold, pushing to the upside, hidden bullish divergence tells us the trend should continue to the upside, and we're above the 200 SMA. I like my odds of winning here, and I'm using a pattern to kind of block myself from getting stopped out. I love when I can actually use the entire pattern because I have the top and the bottom trend line and this high volume node, and the previous resistance has been flipped. So I'm using support and resistance, traditional SNR flip, which is a great way. Some people are trading that right away. So there's going to be a lot of people pushing the price up there. I'm using tight moving averages, which I know 200 SMA. I'm using stochastics RSI, which have momentum to the upside, and I'm using the age-old hidden bullish, which is showing me that there is going to be a continuation to the upside. And I trade this over and over again. Put 20K into Bitcoin here at hidden bullish divergence. So far, that has been a great move. We'll see what happens. Okay. So now we're bullish. You can see we're up in the trade now, about $88 in the money. Shout out to anyone that's in the money right now. God bless you all. How many times have you seen me in the money this week live on the channel? I've been in the money almost every single time I've opened up a trade on this channel live. I've lost a couple, but we've been banging on them to the upside. Shout out to anyone that did or did not take the trade. Did anyone take the trade in the trading group? Let's go. Money is calling. Hello, Money. What's going on, Money? Yeah, you want to pay me? Yeah, I'll be here waiting with my hands open. God bless you. Yeah, I have a whole crew of people, too, that want to get paid, too. Yeah, we all have our hands open. Yeah, we're waiting. Thank you. Send us the gains, please. Thank you. We appreciate it. Now, look, I went from 88 to 16. That's how volatile this market is. If you don't have the guts to hang on and watch these swings, this is not the market for you. I'm in at $1,255. Okay, and I didn't risk the whole bonus even. If I get burned out there, I still got 6 to burn, which is kind of crazy. I've never had a bonus in my life. This is kind of crazy. I always built my own bonuses. No one ever gave me a dime, This is a really cool feeling, to be honest. All right. But we'll see. Liquidation is 43.7, which is, I like that. I'm far away. I always play with the margin and the isolation to make sure that I'm not at a too close liquidation. I also have a stop loss that's always, my stop loss is at 42,680. Oh, yeah, my stop loss is lower than my liquidation. See, I didn't pay attention. See, I got to watch that. See, the bonus got me doing something I normally wouldn't do. So look at that. So the liquidation is at dang. So that changes the whole risk-reward ratio. So I would get liquidated so you got to put the stop loss at 43.7. So I sort of lowered the leverage and up my ante. Wow, look, up $129 that fast. Man, that's crazy. That's a scalperino. I could readjust. You know what I mean? I like that, though. First trade of the day, just kind of snipe it. Because then I could readjust again and put myself in the same trade, you know? Like, yeah, look, I'm going to take the 100. So, look, I closed that trade, all right? I'm going to jump back into the trade. But, look, I already used their money to make $100, right? And if I keep doing that, then I can give their money back. And that's the plan. Wow, we went to 315, though, right? 297. So let me look at the chart now. Let's get back into it. Shout out to the 1,417 people here on the live. Who's loving the way we do this? Shout out to everybody here on the live. This is called Prickles and Goo by Alf1. All right. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We appreciate you. We love you. And we can't wait to take you to space. All right. Get ready to go to space. And look, I sold that local top 453 just for a second. Let's take a look at the 5 and the 7. Not spent yet. Showing some signs of life here. And so let's break it down. What do we see happening on the smaller time frames? You know I'm the small time frame guy. I can trade the 1 second chart, the 5 second chart. Who's seen me trade the 1 second? I've traded the 1 second before, only like 5 or 10 times. I've traded the 5 second like 30 times. I trade the 30 second hundreds of times. I trade the 1 minute like 1,000 times in my life. I trade the 5 and the 7 minute all day long, like for a living. And I trade the 1 hour and the 4 hour all the time too. You know what I mean? On swing trades on altcoins, it depends. I mean, I'll teach you how to trade any time frame, and then I have long-term bags on the weekly. I have a trade on almost every time frame. It's kind of insane because I got weekly altcoin trades for long-term bags. I got swing trades on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. You know, I run scalps on the small time frames on futures. I can trade any single time frame, and I can teach you how to do it. And I do it here live every day too. We do it all the time. So anyway, when you get pulled away from the 21-day moving average, usually come back to it. Once you scoop and get above it, there's a likelihood you're going to move to the 200 SMA. Somewhat of a bullish sign here for Bitcoin. And you can see you're inside a symmetrical triangle. They are 50-50 bilateral patterns. In my life, literally 80% of the time, they break to the downside. So mainly I see them dump. So look, you're in a symmetrical triangle here. This is it for Bitcoin. You're either going to break down to 43,862 or you're breaking all the way up to 46,432. And that's kind of where we're going in the next hour to two, right? 46,400 would be amazing. To get above this POC would be awesome. To break through this trend, resistance would get a nice move to the upside, all right? Let's take a look at our 1 minute and our 5 minute chart, both getting a little overbought, but I like where we're sitting, getting tighter in the channel for Bitcoin, all right? And the coolest thing about it is I can enter this trade yet again in the exact same manner that I was going to trade it the first time. And so let me show you. You know, it was going to be a bigger time frame trade. 1 hour and a 4 hour trade, so I wasn't too stressed about being up or down, okay? I like to win more than I lose. That's just an obvious fact, right? That's the human nature. So you feel better when you win, all right? I just want to make that clear. It feels good to win. Who likes to win their trades? You know what I mean? Who loves to lose their trades and just they trade to lose? Who here trades to lose, you know? 12-hour VWAP, break it down. You're the man, Sam. God bless you. When we do reckon the news come out. When we do reckon that news, there, not their news. When we do reckon that their news coming out there about that ETF there, boy. We gonna hear about that there ETF, boy. You gonna tell us about them news, boy? I am not a time traveler, although I say I am. I'm not, okay? Even if I told you I was, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's better off that I tell you that I'm not. I just know exactly when Bitcoin's gonna move at the exact moment in time, almost, to a T, over and over again. But, don't worry about that. Don't stress yourself with how that happens. You don't need to worry about that. You just need to watch the channel hang out, and get paid. All right. 1 hour looks absolutely amazing. I like what we're doing here. I like this trend line. And as I told you before, I see it as a giant retest here. And I see this as what's going down, right? So once I build the story, Morning Glory, and I look at it in all its entirety, and you can see I am taking my time to build. All right? I'm taking my time to build. Even on the futures chart, and I can do this. You can do this on P, but I like to be where I'm at. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. I'm like a real hands-on kind of guy. I like to get in there. You know, I like to get into the nitty-gritty, and I like risk. I really do love risk. I figured, you know, I'd rather be in risk than not be in risk. Period. You know what I mean? Because there's no other way to live but then to take a risk. So that's how it is, you know. 271 risk-reward ratio. I think I can squeeze it up to 3. Yep, right there. So there we have it again. Same trade, nothing has changed. Stop is 43,650. Take profits 50,496. All right, and I'm at a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. I can jump on out of here, hit the long button, and you can see every trade I take is thought out. Every trade I take has a risk-reward ratio. Every trade I take has proper risk management. Every trade I take is thought out. Even if it's a scalp right now, and I didn't know I was going to take it per se, I look at it, and I make my long-term trades are the same way. Unless I'm buying something that I believe is going to go up in price action in the next like 4 or 5 months, and I'm buying long-term bags. You know what I mean? Which I do. I just keep saying over and over again, they won't approve anything. You never know what's going to happen. I just stay open-minded and keep my trade the way it was supposed to. Like, I would trade this regardless of the ETF. I would be doing this exact same thing. It's a retest with the falling wedge. You know what I mean? Like, I would be doing the exact same thing. So 740 for $2,000, right? And we'll see where's the liquidation though. 43.9, okay? And my stop loss is at 43,650, right? So what I gotta do is I gotta lower the levy, and I gotta raise the amount of money I want to put in here to get myself to a sweet spot. Now look, the stop is 43,650, but the liquidation price is lower. I like it, okay? Bang. Look, I would have been even further up in my trade. We're going. So I'm back in the long, taking it. All right. And if this slips down, I'm going to take it again, right? I'm going to add to this as the day goes on, up until my threshold of my bonus, right? So here we go now. 19x leverage, $25,000 trade, $1,300 in the trade, and I leave that be now. All right, I leave that be. I leave that be. So you see where I'm at for Bitcoin. I'm watching this 5 or the 7 minute, my go-to time frames. The Progressive House is awesome too. Bitcoin Bulls here need to calm down. Shout out to Alif Rahman. Oh no, here he goes, right? If you're on the live, you're in the right place at the right time. Yeah. Let's look at the bearish scenario. But look, we just slightly broke out. See that? Slight. It's not a big deal. Let's look at the bearish scenario, because people are calling me a perma bull or something. Let's take a look at the bearish scenario, and let's take a look at what, you know, if we're not 100% right. It's funny, that flag broke to the upside. So crazy. Let's take a look at the most bearish scenario. What could happen if it doesn't, you know, let's just break it down. So right off the bat, all right, the moving averages are starting to get a little far apart. You got swing up to swing up while you got swing down. You have bearish div on the daily, which I'm telling you right now is something that we have to listen to. Some could say, well, that was the bearish div there, and it tried to play out, and you got nothing. And now you're doing something different, because look, these swing up together. And so you could almost say that the bearish divergence tried to do it, and it didn't do it. You know, so there's two thoughts on this. I'm under the overall thought bearish div is bearish div. You still got it here because this doesn't touch. If that touched, then I would have to say no. But it doesn't. I could make this connection without that getting in the way. That's how I got over that. Because for years, I've gone over that. And when you get deep into trading, you're going to get to these kind of like crossroads of trading. And you're going to have to ask yourself how you're going to cross that road. If you do it right, then things are going to go your way. You see what I'm saying? And things will always go your way if you have a plan. Whether you win or lose. Because the plan, will, you either get stopped out, which was the plan, or you hit, which should be the plan. All right? So that's a little bit bearish right there for right off the bat. The 2-day chart has bearish div. Right now we have tweezer tops. In 8 hours, that's going to close pretty bearish. If you're not paying attention to the to bigger charts, this 3-day chart's going to close bearish. Tweezer tops. All right? So that's in 2 days and 9 hours. So it's not all awesome. Bearish div on all the time frames from basically the daily to the 5-day chart. So does that mean we take a nasty dump? Most likely, most of the time it does. I hate to be the bearer of bear news. But, and we are starting to make a bit of a rising wedge here. So then it comes down to support or resistance. All right. And so that's when I flip to the weekly, and that's why we're always kind of taking away the moving averages for a second and just kind of zooming out to what we see happening on the weekly chart. And this is where I assess kind of the bigger ideas. So while that trade cooks and sits, and that's a bigger trade, either I win or I lose. We've gone over it already. All right, and I'm risking kind of what I already took out the market today, which is good. So if looks like it's probably down $100 again. We'll see. Extremely volatile today. Good day to maybe even step away and not trade at all. If you feel like you have to trade today, go for a walk. You know what I mean? I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying should be taken as financial advice. Can I invest in you rather than crypto? It's probably a good idea. You know what I mean? Many people have asked. You know what I mean? I like the return on my investment. I'll tell you that. My parents, they got a good return on their investment. My mom and dad got a damn good return on their investment. Makes me want to have more kids. You know what I mean? Sorry, babe. Nothing. Someone said, can I invest in you instead of crypto? Yeah, they said, can I invest in you instead of... And I said, my parents got a good return on their investment, I said, that's why I want to have more kids. And then I said, sorry, babe, Anyway, so the weekly, it did break out of a flag. However, even the weekly's got a little bearish div there. You got to heed that. You can't look at weekly bearish div and act like it didn't happen, right? And so it's all about support or resistance. Can we hold 43,976? If we don't, we're going to test 40,999. And if we lose that, there's a level here on the weekly at 39. And there's a level right here at about 36. So it's not all bullish. We may come back down and test some other areas. I'm not, it's not all like, yeah. Look at the daily. It closed bearish yesterday with tweezer tops. It's a bearish sign right off the bat. The Stokes are curving down, and you got bearish divergence. And the 21 is pretty far from the 200, telling us that we may likely get a nice drop to the downside here. So I don't want people to get super, oh my God, and get 100%. There's no such thing as bearishness here. You must be open-minded to anything. Can you handle Bitcoin coming back down to 38,000? Can you handle Bitcoin coming back down to 31,000? Could you handle 25K? Who here in the chat could handle $25,000 Bitcoin? I could handle it. It wouldn't be fun, but I could handle it. And I have capital ready, and my life would be okay, and I'd wake up I wouldn't be too emotional about it. Like I'm in a pretty good place where I could handle it. There was years ago where I couldn't, and it would have probably devastated me. Put a 1 in the comment section if you could handle 25,000, and you would actually take it as a blessing and get more BTC. All right? I just want to make sure people understand that this isn't the channel you come to get like what you want to hear. This is the channel where you come to get what you need to hear. Okay? I don't even like what I say sometimes. I cringe for my own, oh God, like really? Bitcoin, But I got to tell myself the facts, right? I can't sugarcoat it for myself, so I can't sugarcoat it for you. So you help me stay real, and I appreciate that, right? So we got to keep it real, 100. We got to keep it 100. So, bang. So I made the trade off of the 1 hour and the 4 hour, and I sealed my fate. We'll see what happens. And I publicly called, what I did. So, Either I win or I lose. Good morning. Alex and I are watching before he goes to school. Have a great day, brother. Thank you for all your hard work. Rudy in Vegas. Shout out to Rudy. God bless Alex. Hope you're having a wonderful day, Alex. Thank you for everything. Be good to your dad. Do good in school. You know what I mean? And you're gonna have an amazing life because your dad's a forward thinker, and he's gonna provide you with so much awesome information. You're gonna learn school, and you're also gonna learn the school of life through your father. So, blessings between you and your dad, and may you guys share a bond forever, man. God bless. All right, so this is what I'm seeing for BTC. Big time frames, also the daily starting to get a little overbought. So, and that's bearish. All right, in our second bearish candle today, if that closes red, I mean, that's a second bearish candle. It did wick back up. We are close to the 21. It's not all bad. All right. So, again, I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no clue. I have no idea. Okay, I just want to make that clear. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going. All right. That's what got this channel. It's insane. I've been saying that for a long time, and I think that's what got this channel to where it is today. I don't subscribe to tell you I know where the price is going to go. All I'm doing is probability. And if you listen to, older traders than me, I'm 40 years old. Go listen to a 55-year-old trader, a 60-year-old trader. Go listen to Trading in the Zone, which I push everybody to listen to in my trading group, and see what they say in Trading in the Zone. Mark Douglas will break it down for you on another level of mentality that'll have you really rethinking the way you used to think about trading. All right? Mark Douglas will change the way you think. All right. God bless everybody here in the live. All right. So we're waiting for a bounce off of the top of this trend line. I'm watching the 1 hour inside of this falling wedge, broadening falling wedge. If you actually research this, yeah. And I guess I'm going to keep it in this channel for now. And then remember the 7-minute kind of inverted head and shoulder there inside of the symmetrical triangle. Okay. 7 minutes a little overbought. That doesn't give me good vibes. But we are in the pump. We're probably in the money now on the trade, right? 11, damn. I thought I'd be in the money by then. I jumped in a little too heavy there at that one spike. It happens when you're streaming. I don't like where the 7-minute is. We're going to have to wait that out. You know what I mean? That could crash us right back down to here and give us a price action at about 44. We could go down $1,000, So just boom. The symmetrical triangle go either way, and you're getting overbought on the stochastics, which tells me that I may lose that, but my trade's bigger. I have a bigger stop loss, but just, I'm way far out here. See, my trade's a big trade. My stop loss is out here, It's on another, it's right here, right? Stop drawing lines, boy. Anyway, you see it on the chart here. Yeah. Only time will tell whether I win or lose my trade. I already won one trade. We'll see where it goes. Trading in the Zone was amazing. Got to read 100 more times. Amen. Coinbase has 2 recent wicks above 45.6 that didn't happen on other exchanges. Yeah, you'll see a lot of that too. Let's take a look at our DXY, the dollar index, and see what's happening for the DXY. Remember, we looked at it keenly yesterday, and we talked about a break to the downside. Right now in front of me, I see a head and shoulder pattern on the 4-hour time frame. And there's my squiggly wigglies whenever I'm kind of thinking through what could or could not happen, right? But you can see we clearly are hitting the top of a falling broadening wedge again. I do see a shoulder, a head, and a possible right shoulder. But even inside of this, same price action as Bitcoin with the whiplash there, right? Shoulder, kind of head, right shoulder, overbought on the 4-hour, coming back to the downside. This is also good if the dollar comes down, and we're looking for the dollar to extend down to the bottom of this trend line. But so the dollar breaks down, great. So we want to see the rejection continue. We do not want to see the dollar break above 102.67. And this is kind of setting up for a nice move. Something I can teach each and every one of you is how to watch Bitcoin dominance and juxtapose it next to another chart called tether dominance. Putting charts together is going to show you so much. And wow, look at Bitcoin dominance taking a fall overnight here, right? Now, you want to look at tether dominance and see if it made a pump. If tether dominance didn't make a pump, that means that money went into the altcoins, all right? So look, we'll start here on the daily chart. The daily chart. We'll start here on the daily chart, all right? And I'm going to get rid of these little lines here to make it clear. Don't worry, you might be confused as a second, but I'm going to make this neat, clear, and concise, and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is so nice. I like what this man's doing. Number one, we talked about this break to the upside on my weekly analysis on Bitcoin dominance, right? And you can clearly see that that is falling up to the upside, as we suggested. So that weekly video every week is awesome. You definitely want to jump into that weekly, you know. All right. So you see this right now, you can see here, boom, right? This came up. Now this could come back down to this area, all right? And the daily says, okay, I'm going to come back down, all right? So now you're like, all right. So we hold this line, and then we come here to the daily. Make sure you're on the same time frames, all right? Let me actually delete everything here. And if you remember correctly, we were channeling this symmetrical triangle for a long time here. It was going to break up or down. Very similar to what we see on the 7-minute right now. Same idea. All right. So you can learn big time frame ideas. Any asset can teach you about another asset. Like you can extrapolate so much data from the charts. It'll really blow your mind. And that's what really got me going. I realized that the learning is endless. I never had to stop learning. I could continue to go. Like it didn't matter. You know what I mean? And I could take more information from the charts to learn more information from the charts and continue. So look, daily pushing to the downside here, and we got ourselves in a bit of a bear flag, right? Which to me has a nice little flag and wants to continue down and hasn't hit the measured move of the symmetrical. So this wants to push down. If this ever happens to you, just click back on the dual and it'll take you here. So this is a great sign for me personally. When Bitcoin dominance is dropping and Tether dominance is dropping, all right, it usually, you know, it can mean people are getting into the dollar, which is pretty weird, which that is unlikely to me, okay? But what it tells me is people are getting into altcoins. So this is going to be a little, you know, alt rally. Now, it's weird to see Bitcoin dominance starting to falter when we have, you know, the ETF. It also shows that people are starting to kind of think that the ETF is kind of false news. And some people are selling the rumor today. You can see this, look. But they're not selling the rumor for Tether. They're selling the rumor for altcoins. How do we know that? All right, we're going to enter a third chart into the mix here. And this is where it gets interesting. We're going to look at Total 3. Now, if Total 3 has the leak of, because we're trying to find where is this liquidity going? We can see that it's left. Where is it? Why? Where is Bitcoin dominance going? Now, there's a few ways to figure this out. Now, it's kind of interesting because you can even see that even the altcoins look like they want to bleed here on the 4-hour time frame as well. That's interesting. Let's look at them on the daily, though. The daily says they're about to get the beneficiary of this. So look, let's take a look. So the 4-hour says we're going to have a little down, you know, a little pullback here. Bitcoin has some fun. So it says 1 hour, 4 hour, get a pump. Altcoins take a little bit of a sidestep. But a couple days from now, for whatever reason, and that means it looks like Bitcoin gets the pump, ETF comes out. This is what the charts are telling us. Bitcoin gets a short-term pump of the 4-hour. You know, we lose Bitcoin dominance, right? As Bitcoin pumps, people are kind of selling out of Bitcoin a little bit, but Bitcoin's still moving. Eventually, we hit a higher point, 50K, right? We hit that 50,000. People take some profits, and you can just see that if we go to the daily here, it suggests that Bitcoin starts to, you know, I guess, hold on. I want to put Bitcoin dominance is on the daily. Forgive me. So look, Bitcoin dominance on the daily is about to fall to the downside. Tether dominance wants to continue to the downside. And altcoins look like they're about to rally to the upside. So I'm just showing you, you know, no one's talking about loading up on altcoins right now. I am, you know, and I could be wrong here. I'm not trying to, you know, but this is how I assess the situation. This is how I figure out where we're likely going to go. And again, we could take a little bit of a fall. This could make a right shoulder. We could dump. There's no guarantees here. But backtest this theory. Look at the last time we had a pump here. Just go back to the last low here. And we had a pump of the altcoins. What happened? Well, Bitcoin dominance did start to make the drop down. while tether dominance was overbought on the stochastics RSI. Look, put a blue line here on the dollar, and you can see that the dollar started to drop, and that gave the, or the US tether dominance started to drop, which gave the altcoins the green light to rally. Bitcoin dominance was halfway, but then gave this little downtrend. So you had Bitcoin dominance trending down, you had tether dominance trending down, you had altcoins getting that liquidity. The liquidity has to go somewhere, everybody. And we're going to find it by looking at the charts. The charts have a high probability of what they can receive. Isn't this something? You see how simple this can be? Right? So now what you want to do, once you've done all this and you're happy with what's going on here, okay? And you're like, okay, I get it. Shout out to the 1,690 people on the live, almost 2,000 people on the live, 489 likes, $26 in chat revenue. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Now what we're going to do, right? Because we're not done teaching you how to be the master of crypto trading, okay? Now what we're going to do, because I'm going to give you everything I have, because I could pass away tomorrow. You never know. And I hate to say that. I don't want to be morbid. I probably won't. I probably live to 100, but we don't know. All I know is I can do what I need to do today to help you and to show you how much I care and love. Like, the love for teaching is, if you're in love with teaching and education like I am, then you're in love, like you're here. So you're just inspired by education. Like, you're around a bunch of people that love to learn. Like, and not just love to learn. Like, there's some people that take learning to another level. Like, they're so passionate about learning that the people around them are passionate. They only want to be around people that learn. Like, they vibe around learners. They're always doing something. You know what I mean? I'm getting into real estate. I'm learning about this, that, watches, gold. You tell me. I want to know. You know what I mean? And so the idea behind it is the move, right? And there's a nice pump to the upside for Bitcoin. And we should have made more gains on that, honestly, for that nice pump. But we got a nice, beautiful move. If you took the trade, you're in the gain again. I gave another beautiful gain to everybody here, so you're in the money now. Like, you can't say a word about the trade. You are in the money, and it is what it is. We're up $58 again, 71. Now we're getting a nice pump to the upside here. Now we're at 500, and there you have it. And I'm just playing the charts the way I'm supposed to play them. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not doing anything different. I'm not changing it up. I'm not reinventing the wheel, as my dad used to say. He used to say that all the time. You know what I mean? Sam, don't reinvent the wheel over here, And again, we're breaking out. That's a clean breakout now of the trend line. And you're likely to pump up to the 200. Can we flip the 200 that's going to be the question for Bitcoin. So shout out into another winning trade. How many people have come here and saw me do a winning trade before? How many people of the 1,700 people here have come here and seen me win a trade? How many times have you seen me win a trade? How accurate am I for Bitcoin? How accurate am I at my Bitcoin calls? I just want to see what the public say. How accurate are my Bitcoin calls? 70%, 50%, 80%, 90%? How many times do you come here and see me hit it? Look at this. We're up huge now. It's a massive pump to the upside for Bitcoin. You're up massively right now. Anyone that took the trade just took gains. You're up huge. You know what I mean? Nothing to worry about. Just gains. Gains on gains. All right? Wow, it was just a spike, though. Look at that. Coming right back down. Look at the massive volatility today. Insanity. All right? But if you had sold that wick pump right there, you would have been in the money pretty nicely. I want this to be a bigger long term. I want to hit that gain of 50K, baby. But every time I go for the big ones, whenever I just keep scalping, I win. Just keep grabbing. Do 10 of these a day, make $700. That's what I find. I make the most money when I'm super, 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 super humble. Look, I was up 200. Now you're down 30. This is how quick things can happen. This market is absolutely insane. If you can't handle it, you can't handle it, baby. 98%, 100%, 98%, 1,000%. 111. Now, I really want to see interaction here with the chat. Let me know. How many times have you come here and seen me make a positive Bitcoin trade, specifically in the last 2 months? Recycle your lines, lifer. Exactly, right? You got to recycle those lines. I love that, right? Many can't stand the heat. Get out the kitchen. We cook it over here all day long, baby. All day long. So now, look. Now we're going to look at the total market cap. And now I want to look at ETHBTC. This is like the end. Then we're going to also look at Sol Ethereum. That's because now we're going to change the game. So watch. Just watch. So now we determined that money should be flowing out of Tether into the altcoins. How, why, when, in what shape, way, or form, right? The 2-day chart's headed to the oversold region. It's got a very strong bullish div on it. 2-day bullish divergence. I mean, that's intense. We should get a bounce off the bottom of this channel. ETH has been in a funny way for Bitcoin recently, and it's been trending down against Bitcoin, as you can see, ever since September of 2022. It just continues to trend down. I have purchased no Ethereum, I'll be honest. I purchased all BTC, Caspa, altcoins. I have like 15 ETH. I didn't purchase any ETH, really. Maybe a little bit. I probably did maybe a tiny bit here and there, just out of like. Shout out to the Bob Metalries out there. Oh my God, all the way to the upside. That guy just jumped out of the pool, did a triple flip scoop. I swear he ate an ice cream before he actually put it in the net. Unbelievable. This guy's out of his mind. I've never seen anything like it. Hey, Lois, I think I'm gonna grow a beard. Yeah. Hey, Chris, go to your room before I put my foot up your butt. Hey, my name's Peter Griffin. And everybody, I want you to watch Sam Price, the crypto lifer. He's the greatest I've ever seen. Greatest in sliced bread. Everyone in Quahog loves him. We drink beer, we hang out, and we do it. Yeah. Hey, my name's Peter Griffin, and I watch the crypto lifer. I like Caspa, and I drink beer, and I like Caspa. Don't yell at me. Hey, Chris, go to your room. I'm so sick of looking at you, and you piss me off. I'm done. Everybody, we're going to leave Meg at the gas station. Actually, no, we're not. We're stop going to hate on Meg. We're going to be nice to Meg. We're going to change the way we do things here on the show. I love Meg. She's my best friend. God bless you all. Sam Price, you're the best. Come on the show one day. You know what I mean? Why you be a stranger? We'll see you next time. All right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Peter is a lifer, obviously. That's a pretty good Peter. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. If I do it without my face, you wouldn't even know it was me. Shout out to everyone on the line. So look, ETHBTC, if we can break out of this falling wedge to the upside, I like what I'm going to see. Are we making a slanted Adam and Eve? Possible. The 2-day chart, the daily chart, showing signs of life to the upside. Possibly a bit of a pump here coming for Ethereum, Bitcoin. I'd like to see ETH Bitcoin get above 05985. That's, I believe, when the party can get started and we can start to move our way out of this to the upside. So not all lovely here. We still have a resistance at 5586, and Bitcoin could reclaim itself to the upside. And look, now I'm down $64. Bitcoin back to 45,250. It's a very volatile day. I don't really like days like today. Today reminds me of trading Fed day. You know what I mean? Today reminds me just like Fed day. It's a very similar day to Fed day. All right. Pretty weird. And see, had I just taken my $200, I could have re-entered the trade again. When I trade futures, I usually just take what I get. It's not even my money and I'm freaking out. Isn't that crazy? It's so strange. Just so everyone knows, I got a bonus, which I never have gotten in my life. But I got an $1,800 bonus and I'm using it today. So, you know what I mean? Why not? Why not? Pamp it, baby. Pamp it. All right. And just remember, too, if you never see a YouTuber or someone show you this section, they could be trading a bonus and you never know. All right. That means they're not even taking the risk that you're taking. So just stay in your lane. Never compare yourself to somebody else. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I put 90% of my money on hardware wallets. You know what I mean? Keep your money off exchanges. Use exchanges for fun, to get in and out, to make an awesome trade. You know what I mean? Always watch your money. Always pay attention. You know, take it seriously. There's people that don't take it seriously and they pay the piper. Don't be that person. You know, push yourself to take security seriously. Put a FIDO key on your Gmail account. Put a FIDO key on your Gmail account right now, or whatever your account, on any account. How FIDO works: standard public key cryptography, FIDO authentication. Discover YubiKeys at UB.com. Get yourself a YubiKey, a FIDO key. They look like this. That means that you won't be able to do things unless you plug that in. People won't be able to hack you ever again. They could run a phishing scheme on your computer. They get all your passwords. But if you put a FIDO key on those passwords, they will be able to get in. You will still be protected. Nobody talks about this. I don't know why. I think it's because, I don't know. I did this. No one taught me how to do it. I fell upon it. One day I used my Trezor, and then I plugged my Trezor in, and then I was using some security, and it was like, set up a key, and I was like, okay. And then it was like, plug in your USB device, and I didn't have one, so I just plugged in my Trezor to see if it would work, and it literally read my Trezor, and then I clicked the button, and I was like, oh my God. And I'm one of the only people I know that has, you can actually protect your Gmail account with your Trezor. You know what I mean? What if you lose the key? You don't lose the key, man. You get responsible. Like, it's just that simple. Like, you don't play games with that, That's your key. That's your life. Like, what if you lose your, like, there are certain things you just can't lose, right? And honestly, you put it in a pouch with an Apple and Air tag on it. You know what I mean? And when you walk away from it, it tells you, like, Apple AirTags will keep you from losing things. If you have problems losing things, buy some Apple AirTags. I had a horrible time losing almost everything I had, all the time. You know what I mean? And so people saying ETF in 7 hours, Corey, give it to me. I'll keep it safe. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, we're sitting here at 15,364. We just got a beautiful spike up. Almost hit the 200 SMA. We did break out of this, but now we're tweezer topping. I showed you the bearishness. We can't just say, just because the ETF we go up. We got to look at the technical analysis. YubiKey is fire. Make sure to buy 2 or more and set them up at the same time. Keep one as a backup. You can do that. See what he just said? So you can keep one as a backup and set them both up at the same time. Are you staking your crypto or not? Safe deposit bot works. What if your house burns down? You get yourself a safe that's fireproof. Yeah, they have fireproof safes, my friend. You know what I mean? Lost your gold necklace. Glad you found it. It's funny you remember that I lost my gold necklace. Insanity. All right, so we looked at Bitcoin. We looked at Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance. We looked at total. All right. One other thing that I do like to look at in all of this is I also like to look at the S&P futures. And we're also going to look at the CME futures and see if there's a gap here. Dude, look at this. Oh my gosh. Do you see what I see? Like, I see money all the time. You know what I mean? So if you're trading BingX right now, shout out to BingX and the channel sponsors. Why do I like BingX? Because at BingX, you can trade the S&P. And I may even open up my first S&P trade. You know what I mean? BingX, and this is amazing. I do have one stock opened up right now. I'm trading MYRO. All right, Marathon Digital, and we're up beautifully in that. I made a live buy at 964. We went up at one point to 31. We did a 3x and more. We did a 3 and a third x, 330% gain. Really unbelievable. Maybe like 300% gain, but it was insane. I like what I'm seeing here for ES1 on the 7. It looks like an altcoin that's about to explode. Watch this flag. I wouldn't be surprised if the S&P goes to 4,888 by the 11th of January. A couple days, maybe even it might take, the end of the week, but this looks very bullish for the S&P. I screamed the S&P was bullish. I've been calling for pumps. If you remember correctly, I'm going to put this on. It's going to be hard to see for a second. Be careful. It's a lot of work that I did. But it's this Fibonacci that I drew. It's all my support and resistance lines. And look, I'll actually group the rest of my other stuff. And look what I'm doing. I'm creating groups and then taking the groups away. Look, there's a cup and handle. The moving averages got tight there. This was a bullish divergence on the weekly, which made me believe that was our bottom. And so I called the bottom there. I also called the bottom here. There was bullish divergence. They both happened in October. It's called the October effect. The rich like to buy in October and sell in May. It's called buy in May, sell in May and go away. And then it's the Halloween effect, the October effect. And many people think I'm insane, but I know so many different weird intricacies of trading. The Halloween strategy, the Halloween effect trading strategy, backtest and rules. Research shows higher stock market returns from November through April for the rest of the year. Can we confirm this? The Halloween effect. Yes, there's a Halloween effect. From November to April, stocks perform significantly better than the rest of the year. Halloween is the annual, so, and you can see this is a market timing indicator in Ethereum finance that states there's a seasonal anomaly where stock prices rise more during the winter months compared to the summer months. All right. I've been seeing this over and over again since I've known it, and I've watched it play out over time. Remember when I actually went to the Dow Jones and showed you every single pump on October? All right. Cheers, Sammy. I much appreciate it. If we could check injective protocol. Shout out to Stas for the super chat. And everyone, if you want to send it to the super chat to the live, send it on in. We greatly appreciate it. All right. Okay, so look, see this thing could get back above this and get a bounce. The resistance right here, 05971. Key area to get back above. Very key area, right? So you're looking for ETHBTC to get back above that area. All right. S&P future, sorry, wrong chart, but S&P future, we gave this cup and handle, it pumped, it's continuing to pump. Thing looks absolutely amazing. So I'm bullish on the S&P, as you can see. And I like this 7-minute chart right now too as well. It's looking pretty awesome. The daily's also kind of in a flag here that could continue to the upside. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin for sure. All right. Babe, who's here? Oh my God. I thought that was the person driving the car. I was like, oh my God, no. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Is BingX legal in your country? I think it is, but not trading certain like Forex and stuff. It depends. I mean, it's legal. Everything's legal. I don't know about, see, it's a gray area, man. It's really up to the exchange. You know what I mean? It's the exchanges, you know, it's a gray area. All right. Pulse chain is public, baby. Okay. Which is better to hold for the bull run, cash or injective? Are you staying until the ETF announcement? Love your stuff, bro. Shout out to my man. Thank you for being here. Do we do a 12-hour live stream that never ends all day long? I don't know if I can do that. I do got to pick my kids up from school. When you join the group, you receive a warning not to accept DMs from anyone on Discord immediately. Yeah, you can't, you know, you got to be careful. So look at the 7-minute flag getting tighter and tighter. The measured move to 48,888 to the upside. Bitcoin approved, 11 of them. How do you trade leverage with? Is it your main account with 6K or do you have one with more? No, that's my main account. I'm a big spot trader, spot swing trader, and I keep a smaller leverage account. That's how I trade. I trade about $5,000 into $7,000, and then I take the $2,000 and I put it into other things. And that's kind of what I do. And I've been doing it for a while in front of everybody, and it's kind of, it's the sauce. It's my sauce. It's my saucing. All right. So there we go. All right. So we've gone over Ethereum BTC, Bitcoin BTC. Now let's take a look at the asks here. Let's take a look at the fan funding, see what people are saying. Jump into the chat. We got Kyle FS. Can I invest in you rather than crypto? I love you. Super nice. Appreciate you. We got After Hours Investing. AGI. Appreciate you, man, which is Delicium, if I'm correct, right? But maybe not. Don't worry. SECX will let us know when approved. Amen. Great spaces with Charles last night. Keep doing you, Sam. You not only inspire, but aspire as well. God bless you. Aspire and inspire. Yeah, aspire. I aspire. You know, last night was an amazing night. I want to talk about it. I was on a spaces with Gary Cardone and Grant Cardone and 2,000 people. And Gary's such a nice guy. The second I got on, he gives me the mic. You know what I mean? These people give me the mic immediately. I'm sitting there, 2,000 people on Twitter. Gary Cardone, Grant Cardone, 1 million followers. And I've been on a space with Grant Cardone now, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. Like, now I'm just super comfortable. He's such a nice guy. Him and his brother, both nice people. Every interaction I have with them is absolutely lovely. Every time I hang out with them, it's awesome. Or hang out with Gary, it's awesome. And I consider Gary a friend, man. He's a good guy. So, yeah, I have a good time, man, on spaces. And then what happened was Crypto Billy was also doing a spaces at the same time. I did an hour and a half in Gary's space, and I wanted to stay in Gary's space. It was amazing. And when there's a lot of people in a space too, you get a lot. It helps your channel, helps your growth. But I saw the other channel with Crypto Billy, and Crypto Billy does it every single Tuesday, like I do mine every Monday, and it's the Billy Go Tales. And I jumped on in, and next thing you know, Charles Hoskinson is there. And next thing you know, he's talking to me, I'm talking to him, and it was an amazing spaces. So last night was unbelievable. I spent like 3 hours on Twitter, and I talked to people, you know, around the world, around the internet. You know, jump into Twitter, man. Open up a Twitter account right now. If you don't have a Twitter account open, come on now. Jump on in. It'll change your life. You will absolutely love it. I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind. I can't believe it. My phone died 3 times. I had to keep jumping back in, and the people were nice enough to keep giving me the microphone. Like, such a blessing to be alive, man. So I'm really enjoying spaces and the way people were treating me too, the respect and the honor, and the just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So anyone that was in that space last night, shout out to you for jumping on in. Anyone who plans to come to the next space, do it. I'm telling you right now, you will absolutely love it. Spaces are therapeutic. They're going to change the way you think. You change after the space. There's like you're having a real conversation with people around the world that care about a topic, and it's not just nonsense. And there's people that really know what they're talking about. knowledgeable people with degrees that spend their life, that hyper-focused individuals. So, you know what I mean? Stay in tune. AGI, don't worry. Yep, great spaces with Charles last night. Thank you, D Spear, for the 777s. Can I invest in you rather than crypto? I love that. If there was a Lifer coin, I'd be all in. Shout out to Life, Live, Laugh, and Love. Thank you. Good morning, Lifer. Alex and I are watching. Oh, yeah, Alex, we love you guys. I hope he got to school by now. Immutable X. Cheers, Sammy. Much appreciated. Injective. So, look, a lot of super chats. And not many people. We got AGI, we got Immutable X, and we got Injective Protocol. And don't you worry, I got Bitcoin sitting at 45,250 right on my left screen here. I got Bookmap at all times. I got 6 monitors surrounding me at all times. I can see the skinny, what's happening for Bitcoin. Who here feels like a little stressed from the ETF? I do. Like, it's a little stress. It's like stressful, right? It's like, it's coming, it's not coming, it's coming, it's coming. It's like someone telling you they're going to give you a birthday present, not giving you a birthday present. You're going to get it, you're not going to get it, you're going to get it, you're not going to get it. It's like, dude, eventually you don't want it anymore, right? You're just like, you know what I mean? You're just like, nah, I don't, you know. So ARK ETF is approved, you know. Okay, so is Spaces every Tuesday? ETF already approved. Bang. Do we know what time? It's not really affected me. Hella stressful. Right? Yeah. Is Spaces every Tuesday? Every single Monday night, I do a Spaces at 8 p.m. Monday night, Spaces at 8. It rhymes. Spaces at 8. It's the spot for thought. Okay? It needs to be over already. You'll never get it. Yeah, exactly. You're never going to get it. You're never going to get the ETF that you want. They're just going to just dangle it in front of you. But you're never going to get it. It's never going to happen. It's insanity. It's absolute insanity. It's kind of like, I don't know, man. It's almost abuse, right? And then to play games with us like they did. So AGI, Delicium. Yeah. So this thing pumped up really nice. And then, I mean, right now, everyone's so focused on ETFs and stuff. I mean, some coins are still hot, but it's taken away a lot of the, you know, the focus from altcoins. That's a beautiful cup and handle. I'll give you that. And it's very oversold. We're definitely not buying the top, right? So, and it looks like you did. It's funny. You probably built this exactly like I've taught you. And like you've taught yourself and added your other ideas. I don't ever want to be like I'm the end all of end all. I push people into the water. They set sail and then they go on their own, right? But everyone can kind of start their journey with me. I can start your TA journey and then you can go from there. The idea is that I'm there for you every single day to help and show you kind of what's happening to guide you through the way. I love to do it. I learn more every day by helping others. And so through my ability to teach you, you teach me. So what I don't like is the curving of the moving averages, but previous support is resistance. There's a chance we come down and hit the 786, right? We may fall, you know, more to the downside. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour has a little more, it's got some barrier. It's got this bullish div and it's flipping. It's definitely got like a double bottom. Looks like it may attempt to Adam and Eve here. Very interesting. High risk though, and you know, I'd put a Hail Mary call at 02814 if I was going to trade it. I don't think I'm going to trade this, and I may not post it to the group right now. 4 hour looks interesting though. 8 hours wants to flip again. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it does make a run. It's got a Sammy cup and handy with a fib retracement to the golden pocket. I just, you know, I'm a little weary that it may lose that, you know, support, resistance. It's got to hold support. So what I like to do when I see something like that is find my next resistance point and say, hey, you break above that and you make a flag somewhere here, then I know that you've gotten over this area. All right. Okay. Beamcat. 21 million people want one Bitcoin. What happens? I don't know. Someone said Beamcat. I don't know, man. Oh, I can't believe you made me say it. You got me. All right. CBO has lodged a request for acceleration to list 4 Bitcoin ETFs by tomorrow. Uncertainty you're describing is reflected in the crazy volatility Of course. Look at this, 45, 400 now. It's just like they're getting so many people on either end. The market maker's like, oh, we can go here, we can go there, we can go there, we can go wherever we want. We don't know where to go, you know? What I love is, I'll be honest, ETF or no ETF. Retests are great because you get the pattern to block you from your stop loss. And the patterns are, I mean, they're chunky areas of a lot of support or resistance. Look at all the movement we've had in here. And I get both trend lines and a 200 SMA as protection. So, and it's okay I didn't take my 200 on that scalp, which I could have though. I'm in for the bigger money, man. And we want to see this play out, right? Astroport, we went over this. We talked about it when it broke out a little bit right there. It won up a total of 47%, still holding gains of about 27% gains. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is the one that makes something happen. Remember, what was this? It was the SEI, right? And people are buying the SEI, CNs and all that craziness. So as SEI gets big, Astroport, you're looking for this to continue to the upside. Look for that consolidation. I'll keep it alert on that. But Astroport's definitely something you might want to keep on the radar. I don't own any right now, but you know, I just like to go over things that are probably likely going to happen. I haven't looked at PAAL AI in a while. Kind of wanted to see what it was doing. It's on CoinEx. I don't own any yet. It's on my radar. I've always been kind of thinking. When it first came out, it was at 3 cents. It boomed to 20. It did a 7x. So the people that get in early bird style and late October are still in the game. Really no information on the 3-day. You got nothing there. Kind of forming a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder there. It's beginning to consolidate pretty nicely. Wow, so I see some consolidation here for PAAL AI. And up to 30, 40 cents, right? Into February in our next Bitcoin, in our whatever rally we get there. We tend to rally in segments, even though it feels like a bull run. We definitely rally in segments. So watch. I would watch PAAL ID. It's on my radar now, and I've got an alert on it. I don't know why I call it ID. PAAL AI. Yeah. I guess it reminds me of Palau. That's why. The Palau ID, right? Yeah. Making that connection. 45,440 for Bitcoin. We're back in the money. Absolute insanity. Who here loves this absolute insanity today? Who here can't get enough of the volatility? XCAD's I got photographic memory. XCAD's in a beautiful cup and handle. Came on down. We had pulled a fib. Believe it was in the 618 golden pocket. We're going to take a look at it. Is it still in that retracement? Where did it go exactly? We're going to take you to XCAD and break it down. But I see it in my mind right now, categorized for you. Just, isn't that great? My brain has all those coins kind of already waiting and exactly kind of what the chart looked like. What do you think about MEXEVs? They're 5x them since last year. Yeah, but if you hold the MEXE token, they're half the price, and that makes them cheaper than any other exchange in the world. So, and Big X, almost every other exchange is 0.06. So they're still lower than all the other fees, God bless Legos the Lifer. Shout out to Pickle Rick. Shout out to everybody here. Super Chats, IMX, Injector Protocol, RIO, Arbitrum, and XCAD. And XCAD looks a lot like this. AGI, right? That's a Sammy cup and handy with a Fibonacci retracement. Bouncing off the 200 SMA. Definitely is getting closer and closer to the greatest place to buy, right? That pocket square is dipping or dripping. Lifer, what does BOOKMAP look like? Makes sense. Finally, Bitcoin is mooning today. I mean, not mooning yet, but there's look. And if we go to BOOKMAP, there's more liquidity to the upside than to the downside. Like, they want to go. Like, they're telling you you're going to get short squeezed up to 48,000. So, we should make the gains. Astroport Classic got me. Yeah. Stay away from the Classic, man. Yeah. It said Classic right on it, though. Just tune in. ETH done already on the weekly. Partial approval was my thought all week. When the ETF approval announced, it's mooning. And it's not really moon. We already got to 6. We already went up to like 680 earlier today. So we already mooned higher than this. Just to make it clear. All right. We looked at the S&P futures. Wow, we looked at a lot of stuff today. Put an alert on PAAL AI. MYRO also looks really nice to me today, and I don't own any anymore. I got out. Listen, I don't go on coin just because I don't do that. I don't use my popularity. I can make my own money. I don't even need to do that. I like to just go over the stuff and be honest. Sign up for the Crypto Lifer newsletter. Do it, do it, do it. We greatly appreciate that. And everyone, we have pinned messages here. CryptoLifer.com. If you want to join MEXC, hit the link right here. We make it so easy to jump into MEXC. That's where I'm trading right now, and I'm taking gains. You know, that's where I'm up $63, 4% on $1,300. Showing you how we did it with 19x leverage, up $74 now. Take $1,300, 19x leverage, $25,000. Now I know what I'm doing. I've been trading leverage since March. Now I've been trading. I traded leverage 2-3 years before that too, but I never really did it every day. I didn't. But I've been trading spot for a long, long time, since I was 25 years old. And I can teach you so much about trading that'll blow your mind. Trading is so deep. There's so much to it. And the more you do it, the better you get at it, and the more you know, and the better of an edge you have on other people. All right. Thoughts on MYRO? Are you still holding the stock? Yeah, let's take a look at MYRO for a second. Appreciate you asking. Of course I am. And I bought more at 23, and I still need to unload. The 8 hours very oversold. We have hidden bullish divergence that came in on the 4-hour time frame. Look, hidden bullish said that we would continue the trend. The RSI was swinging down while price was swinging up, and we did that. I just have it in a bigger, projection here. Oversold also on the daily. If you're just getting to know me, you're going to be like, what is going on here? And it looks like chicken scratch. I get it. Don't worry. I'd say the same thing, but don't worry. Have no stress. So to me, Mars inside of a symmetrical triangle. This is likely to break up 50% of the time or break down. If it breaks down, I am gobbling up more MYRO. I might even have to send more into the account. I should turn 50,000 into 500 grand. Like, this thing's gonna 10x. It was good from $9. It was gonna 10. And anything under $10, I believe it was gonna 10x. You have to remember, it was down here at $3, 379, 316, 308 in December of 2022. And if you had held that till here, it did a 10x in a year. In 1 year, it did a 10x basically from $3 to $31. You gotta love it. You know what I mean? You gotta love it. Someone said Bitcoin's going to start pushing now prior to the ETF. I don't know what's going to do. I showed you my technical analysis and we're up. I play TA. That's all I do. I don't do anything different. I just trade technical analysis, and we tend to be spot on here at this channel. It's unbelievable. Shout out to the 1,645 people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's go, baby! Woo! Doesn't get better than this, baby. It doesn't get better than this. Living your dreams, progressing, going to the upside, making paper, fly wherever you want, buy wherever you want, go wherever you want, be whoever you want, donate how much you want, give to others, eat whatever you want, live the life of your dreams, man. God does give heaven on earth. I'm telling you right now, my mom and dad did pass away, but you know what? It was their destiny. It is what it is, and they're in a better place right now looking down on me, blessing me, man. So look, I'm looking for MYRO to get to $37, $38 would be the target. If you want to get a target, you got to have a price note here. You want to hit control. This brings you back down. And my energy is at its apogee, everybody. It's hard for me to contain. I'm super, super excited to be here with each and every one of you every single day. Blessings to be here with you all. Blessings. Like, we're making gains. We're kicking butt. We're having a blast. All right. Blessings. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Let me see here. A nudge. Could definitely see how that might have happened last night. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. My team said we can see that you're doing it, that you're doing good. God bless you. Shout out to everybody here. So MYRO, I'm in the stock. I'm adding to it. I believe MYRO can get here. This is actually a cup and handle for MYRO. You see it? And this is like really big accumulation. I see MYRO getting to its all-time high and more when Bitcoin does. So I'm looking for $100 MYRO. Like, that's where I'm getting out. I don't care what happens after that. I may sell like 60% at 80 and then the rest at 100, but I'm going all the way. And that's a 4x from here, basically. All right. about almost, 3.5x to 83. So this is my plan for MYRO. I got in at 960. That'd be a nice 238% gain. And if we get to 100 from here, we're talking a nice 300% gain. All right. It's weird. 25 times 4 is, why is that 300? That doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, I guess, yeah, you 3x your money and you get yours back. So you nah, but I don't know. Anyway, so I like what I'm seeing from MYRO. All right, you'd 4x. 25 to 100 bucks would be a 4x. I don't know why that's not computing it right. Anyway, it's 300% gains, right? You'd 3x. You'd have 4x more than you had. You'd make 300%. Yeah, I get it. But anyway, so I'm looking for MYRO to go to 51 too, and then bigger pullbacks. And it's going to take time. And there's going to be ups and downs on this, and it could take 2 to 3 years in general. But this is what I'm looking at, all right, for MYRO. Let's jump back into the chat. How's the chat doing? I want to get interactive with the chat, all right? If you like Bitcoin more than Ethereum, put a 1. If you like Ethereum more than Bitcoin, put a 2. I want to see how many 1s and 2s we get right now. If you like Bitcoin more than ETH, put a 1. If you like Ethereum more than Bitcoin, put a 2. Let me see if we have more Bitcoin people or more ETH people here on the channel. Just want to see, and don't worry, I don't care either way. I'm just curious to see. And jump on in, please. Hit that keyboard. Become interactive in here. Jamie put a 3. I noticed you got to be different, Jamie. Always the kid in the class. I'll speak to you after class, Jamie. Shout out to Justin Cashmore in the house. Shout out to Crypto Ace in the house. Stupid Bitcoin in the house. And everybody here on the live. And Bitcoin holding 45,530. We are nicely up in the trade. Shout out to anyone that jumped on in with me and had the guts to take a shot. Scared money does not make money. All right? Scared money does not make money. I'm looking 732 if we go to 43,650. So I'm already risking 9 hundo. All right? But if we get an approval here, the next dip on the smaller time frame, I'm adding to this trade. All right. SRM is the hottest coin right now. 50-minute has to reset at some point. I'll get in then. I've seen that happen, and then it just gets out of control. But I get it's also a good patient way to trade. And you sound like me, so I would not be against that idea. ETH fees are its business problem. Have you ever looked at Blue Zill ticker BLZ? Yes, I traded it when it first came out on the market 2 summers ago. It's one of my favorite coins. That and Doc.io back in the day. All right. People like 3Bull. I was thinking of getting into it. I don't own any. I've heard some people say it's garbage. I've heard some people say it could be the big winner of in the market, right? And see, this is why I do my projections. It obviously didn't take the lateral projection. It took the falling wedge. That could break up even further and get us to this key area here at 85. And dude, look at everybody. Look at where we are. We were just battling 35,000, and now we're just in a monster spot right now. Like, it's unbelievable what's happening. Super excited. Pat yourself on the back for getting through here, right? Buy a 3Bull node, right? You want to get a node, right? How much is the node? 20 grand maybe. Come down to the 618, and I'll talk to you, baby. You know what I mean? Come down a little bit more and give me that 618 Fibonacci. But I'll put an alert on it. I'll keep a watchful eye on this thing. I may be making a bag of this. I'm eyeing it. I'm not in love with it, but it's a possibility. I got my 100x coins. I got like 4 or 5 100x coins. I put like 10K in them. So I already got my $1 million shots. That could happen. I'm kind of happy with where I'm at. Now it's just adding to bags, buying some more BTC, swing trading, and looking for opportunity. I'm excited for what happens in this next bull run. I really am. Shout out to anyone asking about Immutable X. Last time we looked at it, did the same thing, right? I put it in the Twisted Sister, where I make a rising wedge and I make a sideways a sideways flag, and either one's going to play out. I don't make a shot on either one. I wait for one of them play out. Like, I wait for the trade to come to me. My system is all about making the trade come to you. Don't force the trade, okay? Moving average is a little far apart. See when the 21 starts to curve? I'm not in love with that. Go look at when the 21 curves there. It's usually not the best sign. A bit of a double bottom, but we have some nice support that we may come and retest. I'd be looking at 156 for the answer. You know what I mean? For that love right there. That previous resistance. And if you break that, you even have stronger at 125. Your energy resonates. Appreciate all you do. Shout out to Gains for Life. How about a pay it forward? Ask the chat. If not, go MX for me. How about pay it forward? Ask the chat. If not, go MX for me. I'm confused. Yeah, a few of the ETFs approved. Rest to come later today. ARK, Invesco, Fidelity, Frank Templeton, and Invesco Galaxy are approved. Confirmed. There you go. So ETFs are approved. It's been. Where's the link to that? Send me a link. Crypto Bear Baker. All right. Fake approval tweet causes 90 million in liquidations. Not that bad. We've seen worse. Right? Anyone have a tweet to the actual real ETF approval? I could get it for the team. It would be awesome just to kind of kick it out to the crew here so they can see what's happening as we run through these super chats. 11:38. We got 22 minutes left in the game. And we continue to push to the upside. I made you gains again, or you made yourself gains, but I positioned myself into gains. If you saw what I did, you saw the same thing. But we're still struggling here. The 15-minute did come back. The unapproved is just some pre-listing thing on the CBOE. So no approval, just a pre-listing on the CBOE. We will give you the real data when the real data comes out. We don't want to be the ones feeding you nonsense. I never actually knew about the fake news yesterday. Thank God. I learned about it after the live. So I never told anybody that the ETFs were approved. You know what I mean? I did tell my trading group when I got texted it by my team, but I didn't know. My team said they were approved. I was like, oh my God. I felt so surreal. Like it was like, really? It felt kind of strange. Something didn't seem right. I couldn't place it. But I think that's just going to how to feel when it happens anyway, because it's going to be like, wow, like I got into this years ago. I learned about Bitcoin when it was almost $280, $300. That's when I first learned about it, when I first knew its name, when people first told me what it was. And to see it now as an ETF, to see presidential candidates, bringing it up all the time, to see it have a floor and really kind of become the forefront of humanity. Like it gets talked about every day. Like it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. All right. So just in ARK 21, Invesco, Organic, Franklin Templeton received CBOE approval. So they got a CBO approval. Advised the CBOE has received an application date deceived 20 for the apple. Yeah. Okay. No SEC approval yet, but pretty cool. You know what I mean? Bitcoin, do not fall for it, right? Funny. Fall for what, right? And then you got to come and click on the stream because you got to always have an inquisitive question to the person. They got to be like, fall for, I'm just giving you guys some YouTube date, YouTube. Fall for what? What does he mean? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. All right. Let's take a look at the 3-day chart. 3-day chart's oversold. 22-hour chart's kind of right? I'd like to see this come and touch the 200 SMA. To me, it looks like we're coming lower. Come to the 200 SMA. Come to the golden Paquito. Show me what you got, baby. And the 1 hour probably might get a little bit of a pump, but you're still below the 200 SMA. I just see more downside for a little bit. But yeah, it's getting into the sweet spot for sure. Like, this is my buy zone a lot of times, right here in this area. Right. Thank you for the super chat. We love you. We appreciate you. Let's jump on into Injective Protocol. One of the strongest coins out. Greatest ecosystem. Plowing through. Just doing amazing things. Injective. All right, let's take a look at what Injective is up to. Shout out to the 1,600 people here on the live. 687 likes. $46 in chat revenue. We love you. We appreciate you. And we care about you. Without you, I wouldn't have a show. The 3 people that used to watch me turned into 10. Turned into each and every one of you. And now we're all here together doing what we do, which is just having a blast, right? So this looks awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if we go to 73 not too long from now. What goes up continues to seem to pump in these markets. Injective Protocol continues to show us that it's a big boy and it's a nice player in the game. I like what I'm seeing for Injective. I'm going to put an alert here. I've drawn many of these that have played out recently. 22-hour time frame's not amazing, but the moving averages could plow us sideways from how I'm watching. The daily looks ready to go. You get some hidden bullish divergence on the daily time frame. Swing down and swing down while you swing up, which gives you like a 90% chance that this is going to continue to the upside. I really like what I'm seeing here for Injective Protocol. This tells me it's probably the trade of the week. $73. I like what I'm seeing. I'm giving this the stamp of approval for the lifer stamp. Bam, bam, bam. Lifer stamp of approval for this trade. I like what I'm seeing for Injective. It could be double topping. All right. As I got all hyped, right? It could be double topping. If it loses this level, look for it to break down. You know, you got to be open-minded and always use a stop. 3-day chart looks good, though. The bigger time frames even look like they're ready to blast. I've never seen, you know, you're oversold on almost every single time frame, even with a move here. I like what I'm seeing for Injective. And yes, I have to heed the double top. I can't be I can't be completely one way. I have to heed the fact that that's a double top, but man, it's got me feeling frisky. It's got me feeling excitable. I like what I'm seeing here for Injective Protocol on multiple time frames. And I'm open-minded to think that we could still dump. And I know that. Anything could happen. This is just probability. But man, oh man. That's a nice 90% gains for Injective. And it seems to continue to do so. People don't want to jump in because it continues to pump. But that's what happened to Solana. 20, 40. Didn't get into 40, went to 80. Didn't get it 80, went to 100. You know, didn't get it 20. You know, it's just next thing you know, it's going to rip and it's going to be gone. So the daily, even the daily for Injective. Wow. And, you know, another thing too, say you're in my trading group and you get Injective here and you just see this. Head on over to the timestamp on the live stream. That's going to give you like a deep analysis. So it's not like you're just getting the chart. I think a lot of people forget that they can always go to the timestamp section in my videos. That's another reason why we're doing really good here, because everything we do is residual. We go over so many coins, and that way people can come and that it gets more clicks because people can click on what? On the timestamps, right? Really, we talked about it here. It pumped up 37%. Gave some of them back, almost all of them, right? Sitting down at 13 or something now. But it was a nice move for a swing trade to the upside. We hit the alert, time to buy, and then we got an inverted shoulder, head and shoulder, and we took it to the upside. And it hit resistance, you get out. I mean, there's not much else you could do. That's textbook swing trading right there. So we gave Rio, we took it for some gains. Now what? Well, you know, we may be extending this way. And see, the more I see, the more I'm able to project because I see so many different types of projections over time. This coin's hot to me, and I like it. And it's getting a buzz. It definitely went from 15 all the way to 81. All right? Not too long from now. And now it's consolidating sideways, getting ready for its next big move. Real-world assets. Realio, right? Connecting real-world assets to the blockchain. Tokenization of real-world assets to the blockchain. So, I'm looking at 147 for this puppy, though, and it's looking hot. It's looking hot. I like what I'm seeing for this. I got an alert on this, too, as well. We're always working on a... So you should always be a couple days ahead of your next few trades. You should always be looking at a scalp. You should be able to run the conveyor belt. That takes time, though. Your brain has to be able to search, look, and define, eat, meet, you know what I mean, and categorize. This is why having a hyperactive brain like mine comes in handy with all this insanity, right? It's hard to be on top of all these different things at once, but over time, you get on top of one thing, then another thing, and then you're able to multitask trades on another level. But believe you me, it took me a long time. And I still, tell myself to slow down, take a breather. Look, shoulder, head, almost the right shoulder here that could happen to. Bit of a cup and handle. This thing's starting to kind of be pretty interesting. So I like Injective and I like Realio. Both of these coins are kind of on my radar. Thing is, fine. Yeah, you're like, why would I join the group? I just got the free call. I get it. But the idea here is this. I'll be updating exactly when it's happening, what I'm looking at, and if I see a flag on a smaller time frame, how to get in. Even if you don't trade this, you're going to learn how we did trade it. But if you just see this and you let it go, you don't learn anything. So the group really provides the back end of how you trade it. Not just what to trade, but how to trade it, right? Saw a beautiful testimonial today. I wanted to drop a note here on the 5th, actually. I want to drop a note here. Sam said the other day he has more testimonies than anyone out there. This is absolutely true. During my journey to learn about crypto and how to trade, I belonged to several of them. I even was a volunteer for one of them. Learning was confusing until I took Sam's and Master Friend's courses. I wish I would have found this website first. I'm sure they hear this a lot. We do. The group is friendly, knowledgeable, and works harder. Everyone in my trading circle has joined the Discord and taken the classes. The word of mouth in this group demands is unmatched in the industry. I wanted to say that I'm grateful for a skill that no matter what life throws at me, I can make money with. This is pretty amazing for a single mom. It's one thing that follow trades, but it's another thing to know why you are. And this place not only calls out killer calls, but it teaches you why behind them. Me and my friends are all impressed with the services we have received. Skeeterberg, we love you, we appreciate you, and you're a single mom, and that's the type of people. See, I made a website. I was sitting at home one day, sitting at work one day, wanted to change my life. All right. Oh, how about a pay it forward? Ask the chat. I get it now, Pickle Rick. You wanted me to ask the chat. I get it. I am slow, bro. I sometimes can't see what's right in front of me. So last time we put out Arbitrum, it was in this tight channel, right? Likely it was going to head up to 160. And Arbitrum took a nice move. Arbitrum took a nice move to the upside there. Arbitrum there, kid. Everybody, my name's Marky Wahlberg. It doesn't matter. I played a cop. I played a fireman. I can get it done. I hang out with The Rock all the time. And, all right? I know Tommy got into FTX, and I told him not to. I told him to get into the gala with me and The Rock. And I know Gala's having some problems, but don't worry. Gala's going to moon. It's going to go all the way up like Dirk Diggler did. I love you all. See you tomorrow. So, look, let's take a look at Arbitrum, right? My name's Marky Wahlberg, and I approve this message. So, Arbitrum. I want to see when I looked at this. AIB. $12.24 on the watching Arbitrum to 173. Could see this happening before it happened, right? Projections. Stop loss below the trend line. Stays intact. This thing continued to go to the upside. Never stop. That 7 minute is continue to pump. Just so crazy. We at 173 and some, right? For Arbitrum. I own some Arbitrum. I figured why not? All right. Not a lot, but Arbitrum and Optimism both had really nice rallies to the upside. Now what? Well, it got above a previous support of resistance and looks like it's making a new base, in my humble opinion. And I feel it getting tighter and tighter into this zone here for the move. Where are we at? Back to 530. Holding it down. Bitty bitty Bitcoin. I just aped in a little more. I probably shouldn't have, but I did. 43,197 is my liquidation. All right. Let's see, baby. Let's see. I'm playing this retest in case you didn't know. I've shown exactly what I'm doing. Stop loss, entry, take profit. The most transparent trader you've ever met. Open the trades in front of you. Talk about the trade in front of you. Give my entire reason why I'm getting into the trade in front of you. Show you my style. Show you how it works. Back test it on weekly, monthly. Show you how the trade's positive in front of you constantly. Put my money where my mouth is. Never BS you. And show up every single day without a day off for over 2 years. I mean, come on now. Show over 1,000 shows straight because we care about what we do. I'm passionate about technical analysis. It shows. You can't fake passion. You can't be as passionate about someone. You can't be passionate about something that you're not passionate about. I could do this every single day, day in and day out. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's insane. I don't know why I love it so much, but I just do. Okay? And I know you do too. That's why you're here with me. That's why the energy is insane. That's why it's infectious. Super exciting to be here with each and every one of you. Every day. Tomorrow, I'm already excited to go to bed tonight because the show tomorrow is going to be awesome. I'm projecting into positive energy. Tomorrow's going to be an awesome day. I already know it. I already know tomorrow's going to be amazing. I'm going to push today's energy into tomorrow. Today's going to be awesome. This next minute's going to be great. I'm going to make sure I'm going to make a conscious effort to make every single moment amazing in my life because I only have one. I only have one. You too. You only have one. That's it. All right? Every day is while we are here. Sir, how much monitors do you use? 6 monitors. 4 around me, 2 at the top. It's kind of like a panorama. I love the setup. And I'm at a stand-up desk. I absolutely love it. And I wear pants. just to make it clear. I have black pants on. I don't always wear the suit. I wear different colored pants. I got a beautiful Burberry belt on. I love this belt. I bought it as a celebration last November for one of our great milestones for the channel. We love you. We appreciate you. And, yeah. When do you become a full-time trader? How long did it take? It took me about 10 years. I'll be honest, on and off. Yeah. Trading, you know, long-term investments, swing trades. Eventually, a lot of my long-term investments paid off. It was Bitcoin changed my life. All right. I am finally turning bullish again. Tom, finally turning bullish. Wow. Took a while. Jeez Louise. Tomorrow, Bitcoin 60K. MOVR battling the POC. Also looking spicy on the 4-hour low Stokes and lack of bearish momentum. Shout out to Crypto G. Thank you for the love. Yeah, I think we put that out to the trading group. That's the lifer way. Full suit in your house like a boss. Oh, of course, man. Of course. I don't do drugs. No, don't ever ask a question like that again. That's disrespectful. I just have a really strong energy force about me. And I pray to God every day, man. Last night I spent 20 minutes thanking God for everything in my life. Literally just on my hands and knees. I was in a state of complete shock. I could not believe how blessed I was. The spaces we had last night were unbelievable. Listening to Charles Hoskinson talk about the aerodynamic art form of a Lamborghini, like in the scientific motion, and also talking about the illicit money that's come out of Africa. So the 4 hours a little, like the untapped money that we can get out of Africa by using, cryptocurrency to really change the ecosystem. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Look, it was an inverted head and shoulder, broke to the upside. You can see it clear as day now. Now you see Arbitrum stay above 186. So just flag that out. As long as it does that, stays above 186, it's ready for its next round. Daly's just getting started with a bigger move to the upside. Arbitrum looks like it's about to rally really hard. It was quiet, no one, and now it's, bigger institutions, they feel safer with it. They're going to start playing with it. 282 is my next target. Look at the 777s. It's always something there. I don't know, but they seem to show up whenever I'm around. So 281. All right. Sam's got his big boy pants on every time. Every time. Well, I had my little boy pants on this morning, and I decided to change to my big boy pants. You know what I mean? I decided it was time to go big or go home. All right. Shout out to Rave Song Records. We love you. We appreciate you. AGIX going to do it. It possibly could. I have a lot of AGIX. It's been a little bit of it's been disappointing. 777s equals 100x long on ARB. Yeah, right. Yeah, you guys I'm all in, baby. I'd wait for a flag on the smaller time frame for Arbitrum. XCAD, I already gave it to you visually in my mind, right? Which you should already know what it looks like. It's in the cup and handle. See? I gave this to you. I said it's in the cup and handle. 618 Fibonacci retracement. Absolutely lovely. Mr. Beast put his money behind this. How could it not go down? How could it go down? How could XCAD not be absolutely hot? Hidden bullish divvy beginning to form here as the RSI has a downtrend and the price action has an uptrend. This tells me that something is interestingly brewing for XCAD. Maybe something to write down on the radar. And there's so many coins, it's so hard to choose, right? Do I want some XCAD? Do I want some more MATIC? Do I want this? Do I want that? Do I want some MOVR? Do I want some ICP? I want none of them, but I may grab some XCAD. XCAD's on my radar, something I'm thinking about. And there was a coin I went over earlier today that I want to think about. Sometimes I have to go back to my live stream and I have to go through all of the super chats and just look at them. It's another way to see what's hot on the market. The super chats alone really will change your life. 10 Feb Chinese New Year, all China narrative will pump probably. Interesting. Like CFX, Centrifuge, stuff like that. Yeah. Are you guys paying attention to the Richard Hart versus SEC case? Could be huge for Pulse Chain and crypto in general. Cheers. Yeah. I mean, I believe he'll go pretty hard. You know what I mean? He's always been someone that stands by what he believes in. And, yeah. XCAD looks like it's only a matter of time now before it starts to move. Moving average is super tight, conjoining with that 200 SMA. That's showing me signs of life here coming for XCAD. 12-hour may have to reset one more time. So I got an alert on it, but I wouldn't be surprised. 2 weeks from now, this thing gets a huge shoot to the upside. I don't own any, but I may buy some. I mean, it's Mr. Beast. Like, it's almost like how could he lose my money? You never know. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taking as financial advice, but how could he lose my money? That's how I look at it, right? The guy's going to be a success. Whatever he touches turns to gold, baby, gold. So interesting enough, look, shoulder, head, almost a right shoulder Foreman. Really weird pattern for MATIC. I had to put it in this falling wedge. There's really nothing else I could do with it. Honestly, what I got to do is almost do this diagonal trend line. And so MATIC broke out, and now it's back inside. That's how I got to trade it. We have to assume if we get the ETF, Bitcoin pumps. Bitcoin pumps a little pullback for the alts, but then 2-3 days later, the alts will follow with all that money that flies out of Bitcoin into the altcoin. So you really want something that says they're going to go somewhat sideways for 3 days, which this says, the daily. And then, but this could make a right shoulder and then dump down here. Like, we could see a 60-cent MATIC still. I don't get, it doesn't look amazing. As much as I want to believe that MATIC's going to rip and it looks great, and I own MATIC, and I want MATIC to be amazing. Trust me. More than you would ever know. I want MATIC to be amazing. But I just, you got to move here to 132. 131.91. All right. But I'd be wary of the right shoulder, and I don't love the price action right now. I guess it's we could put it in a bugle. It's in a bullish megafoam. That's what we got to do. We can't placate that angle. So there you have it. And now it's got to break this falling wedge. That's a weird song. Sounds like someone's burping. Right? Anyway. So you look for MATIC to break out of this falling wedge to the upside and go from 81 all the way back to 111. Eventually, I see MATIC at 131, even to 140. Bullish megaphone. Watch out for the right shoulder, though. All right? Watch out for the, All right, let's take a look at MX USDT. All right. People will hate Bitcoin again. Huge pump tonight. Hold those coins. Don't sell to BlackRock. What do you guys think of Phantom? Injective, what Bitcoin did in 2021. Yeah, we never know for sure either, right? Right. NEXA, please, by Gregory Smallwood. Gregory, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at MX token. And it's the MEXI token. And honestly, the more people that use it, the more it gets ready. And it looks like it's getting ready for its pump. It takes a while, but this thing does pump. And it becomes, so if you buy it, if the exchange gets bigger and more popular, which it is getting, I'm telling you right now, the exchange is getting more popular. They tried to FUD it all they could. The other exchanges were pissed. They knew they were going to lose market share, and they FUD'ed the heck out of it. But it didn't work. It seemed like anyone that caused FUD, you know what I mean? It's some of the things people broke down were things that every exchange does. You know what I mean? Like on a mass, hypersensitive, deep level. The world is manipulated, period. I like MXC token. I want to see the bounce, though. It's been kind of hugging down here for like 10 days. If I zoom in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 20 days down in here. But as long as it stays above the 200 SMA, we're getting tight moving averages. This thing's gearing up. And a target of 556, that would be awesome to see MEXC token continue to climb. All right. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Shout out to anyone that jumped into MEXC. God bless you all. Shout out to everyone that uses my link for any of the things that I talk about here on the channel. We really appreciate it. Shout out to the channel sponsors, iTrust Capital. Open up a Roth IRA today, and you can even move the IRA that you already have into iTrust Capital. It'll blow your mind. Shout out to Big X, and shout out to the biggest channel sponsor, Crypto Lifer, man. We sponsor ourselves. We're super self-sufficient here. We make our own money. We don't have to shill things. We don't have to push projects we don't like. We're not backed into a corner. We're not a YouTuber that is forced to push things that don't matter to us. You know what I mean? Bitcoin back to 45,330. The volatility is absolutely insane. Don't stare at the charts. See what happens, and we go from there. Can you check Ronin token? Maybe not. We're kind of here at the end of the stream. that knock life. Happy New Year, and God bless you and your family and all the lifers. 2023 is the year of Jesus, baby. God bless you, brother. And shout out to that knock life. We appreciate you. Is that my man Ryan Knock, though? But thank you so much, man. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you. And shout out to anyone that gave on the channel. We're going to shout out all the fan funding. $68 in chat revenue. 1,511 people still on the stream. I feel like there's no reason to leave. It's ETF day. Everyone's wondering what's happening, right? There's a huge rush on this ETF. But I hope you learned something. I hope you caught something new. I hope you came just for the ETF, but you came, you got inspired. You heard a little bit about my story. I worked a night shift. I wanted to change my life. I started trading when I was 25, 26 years old. I got into gold and silver, started trading those. I started doing all sorts of stuff. And I eventually bought gold and silver from Peter Schiff, Schiff Gold. Funny, Peter Schiff's the reason I got into Bitcoin, and he doesn't even realize it. I find that uncannily hilarious. I may get into MYRO later on today. If I make any trade, MYRO looks good to me. Injective looks good to me. So, right. And we were in MYRO earlier. We took it from down here all the way to the upside, sold the top there. And now if you look at MYRO, even on the daily and the 4 hour, it's looking pretty nice to me. And it's consolidating lovely. I've given this to the trading group. And I'll be working all day, searching the market, talking to everybody, having a blast. I can't wait to see you in the trading group. Jump on it today. Get the education you deserve. I'm telling you right now. CryptoLifer.com. Give me 1 month of your life. $99. See what happens. If you pay in cryptocurrency, we'll give you a discount. All right? And if you want to pay for the year, we'll give you a discount as well. We're going to take a look at NEXA, and then I'm out of here for the day. I've given you everything I could for Bitcoin, exactly what my thoughts are, the bigger, the smaller, the short, the long, and everything in between. NEXA to me is a long-term hold. Anything could happen to it. I'm going to hold it throughout the bull run, see what happens. It could be a rug pull. It could go to zero. I put what I was willing to lose in this thing, and it kind of looks like it could have been a bad call. All right? So we'll see what happens. It's very beat. It had some awesome proof of work hype. It seems just getting sold off by the miners. At the same time, it could come back on a nice hype cycle. You never know. I'm not screaming about it. I'm not a fan about it. I tucked a couple G's in there. We'll see what happens, right? I put what I was willing to lose. Can you pay for the 99 group membership? Can you pay for the 99 membership with crypto by emailing cryptolifers@gmail.com? Yep. cryptolifers@gmail.com. You can also just hit us up with a contact here, support. Contact us, say, hey, I would like to pay in crypto, and we'll get back to you that way too as well. There's so many ways to do it, and we have the best customer service in the game. I pride myself on how amazing the customer service is. All right. Let's take a look at Phantom, and then I'm out of here for the day. Just to be nice, because I did look at Phantom earlier. Did it hold its key level of support or resistance that I put out? I want to see. So Phantom's holding strong support. If the ETF approves, we get the nice move. Bitcoin plays nice. It's likely Phantom continues to 78 cents for 109% gains. All right. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. And I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. Be safe, and don't get too caught up into the news. Stick to the chart, stick to your support of resistance, and stay true to your technical analysis. I love you all. God bless. And thank you for everything. Gratitude is the attitude. Gratitude leads to abundance every single time. It's the frequency that you want to be on every day. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow.